there's something that's always been wanted and always been known at some level, just I don't know if known's the right way. Longed for, immediately clear for a long, long time, been longed for. Um, there's been a sense, I mean, it was there in childhood. It's definitely there professionally of the innocence and like a question like, why on earth isn't it okay for whatever experience is happening to be happening? And um, what it was mainly in reference to was like uh, experiences in a body mind, in this body mind, another body mind. The reactivity would be seen here or elsewhere, and it was so baffling because it was just, it seemed also so obvious that what's happening is just what's happening. Um, and there was like a vision, an imagining, a wishing for the freedom for how it is to be how it is. And so much confusion that that wasn't the case, didn't seem to be the case sometimes, or that there wasn't really encountering anyone else. Well, not exactly. I mean, most people at some point would be like express in some way like a desire to be free to feel what they feel or to be having the experience they're having. So in that case, it was encountered elsewhere, but it was so deeply longed for, and it was so baffling. The resistance to that freedom. There seem to have been many, many years of many things trying to understand, trying to like squelch or suppress or stop reactivity, to like try to learn how to explain kind of better and better the experience. But what wasn't happening was that whatever was happening here um, wasn't free here to be happening, even though it was already happening. And the clarity that there isn't someone doing it and that there's not another way it could be in a moment, the innocence of it, and that just once being validated externally changed everything. So it seems that experiences here, whatever was arising or is arising, seems to be less and less resisted. And it, yeah, I can't really say the order. It seems like maybe then external circumstances aren't resisted, but I don't even know whether one happens before the other or if they, I don't know how any of that works. But in the last 24 hours, there have been, there's been like a growing capacity for this to be how it is in all contexts. Um, And in the last 24 hours, there were a couple circumstances that there's like a remembering that historically there would have been resistance, doership, problematizing, suffering. And it's not the case. There's just like telling the truth. The truth is just being said. The truth as far as not like a capital T truth, but just like just some basic honesty. So a friend called wanting, he expressed wanting to, he had a dream about something and then was like excited, feeling like it meant something for him to do something about it. And he was excited about it and wanted to like, he had talked to other people about it and wanted to keep talking about it. That's like exactly what he expressed. He like wanted to keep it alive or going or something, is what he said, something like that. And then said what it was. And it's just here, there was just something like, oh, okay, something. And then he said, it seems like when I bring up this particular person that it was in relationship to, you never have a response. And then there was like, yeah. And and then it was said something like, it seems like there's um like not wanting to be involved or get involved. And that is like a description of what seems to be happening, is that there isn't involving, like getting involved. And then we said our goodbyes. It was such rigorous honesty without any explaining or qualifying or anything, because I can't explain. I mean, I could make something up, but it would be made up. I don't actually know. I don't. And I said that too, I think at one point, like there can seem to be knowing stuff, but I know there isn't. So, um, so the most that could be said was that it seems like there's not a desire to get involved. And then had plans with somebody today, and they made other plans and then like didn't tell me until like half hour before um, we were supposed to have plans. And yeah, then there was just honesty again that there won't be making more plans. Like I'm really glad they did what they wanted to do, which is so like it's super genuine. Like very happy that they're doing what feels best for them. And what feels best here is to not keep scheduling things, because this has happened before. And yeah. And then they apologized for me feeling hurt. And it was funny because this was like an hour later or something. And then the response was, there's, I don't feel hurt, or there's no hurt. And then I realized later when I was walking, like, oh, yeah, there wasn't hurt when there was a responding to them saying, sorry if there's hurt. But there was pain in the moment when they let me know that the plans were not happening. But it passed, it was like, boop, and it was gone. And then there was like expressing that felt honest. And it just feels so good. Like I feel so much fondness for them and ease and happy for them, and so much fondness and ease like for this organism having, it's just like all beautiful. It's all so nice and smooth and um yeah, and there's historically there have been so much interruption of that, so much dishonesty, so much something said at some point that that wasn't okay. And I can't remember what it was. And it's funny because it never stopped it from being the case. It just was resisted. Historically, I don't, yeah. So then there's like no accumulation of tension. It's so wonderful. It's so wonderful. And there's just ease and relaxation. I also had a really great time today going through. I have this potted plant, and it just has little sections that die off and don't make it. And just cleaned them all out, and then replanted the little sprigs that are look robust. It's it's unexplainable. It's unexplainable how much how enjoyable that is or was. How enjoyable it is to look at. I don't know. What the hell? It's so fascinating. What's pleasant and what's unpleasant, or what's pleasure and what's pain. There's like no ability to take any credit for any of it. It doesn't say anything about anything. It doesn't belong to anyone. It doesn't matter. Amazing. It's so nice for the body. It's so nice. Hmm. Yeah, it's back to that like perfect lover. It's the perfect lover body, um, or the something listening to something, or I don't even know what it is. Just that something was like responded to without resistance. Like the body was, or I don't even know what is what, but for no reason at all, or maybe for some reason, there is like um an aligning or not resisting what is um, the sentence is petering out, which is more of what I think. It's an example of it rather than the description completing itself. It's an example like, nope, don't want to keep saying it. So it's not going to keep trying. It's just opting for simplicity, ease, clarity, like directness. And it is so pleasant for the body. It is so pleasant. And it just doesn't matter what others think or feel about a supposed person here. It's because there's not a doer of it. So crazy. There used to somehow be so much concern about what other people thought, or that somehow like honesty could do harm. It's crazy. Actually the opposite. There's so much love. There's like actually more love now for my neighbor who canceled plans today than there was before they canceled plans. There's like more love, more fondness. Like, thank you for the opportunity, like for the honesty to happen. Like, oh nice. What a beautiful being that they took care of themselves, and like I really want that for everybody. For every body mind. I would want it to be able to take care of itself. And now that this seems to be taking care of itself unexplainably, agentlessly, and feeling how wonderful it feels, the feeling or the recognizing the niceness for the body of that. It's like, yeah, I would wish that for everybody. I really don't need people to do what I want them to do. And that also it was longed for. That it was longed for that this be able to be okay, no matter what anyone else was doing. And okay doesn't mean no pleasure, pain. It means no suffering, no neuroses, no angst, no resistance. It's so beautiful.